Welcome back to Soccer Cards United. It's episode 239 of the greatest soccer card podcast in the world. My name is Jason. That's Enzo. Hello, Enzo.
Hello, Jason.
We've been selling tables and tickets for the Dublin Card Show.
Yeah.
Tables are almost gone.
Tables are almost gone. I have done the exact calculations on it, Jason. It is 91% of tables are sold. There is 9% left. So
okay, 91% of tables are now sold.
Yeah, 91% sold within pretty much 24 hours of like the public launch. We did have like kind of pre-launches for people who had been there before, and obviously we mentioned it on the podcast that it was up before actually saying it was live. But from when we said it was live to now, Jason, 91% tables officially gone. I was planning to do like a 50% sold out, but like now it's like, right,
you might just wait for this sold out.
I might just wait until it's sold, because I'm kind of like, I'm sure the last 9% will happen fast enough. I hope it's not like a slow crawl to that, because I'd love to be like sold out. I don't know if I should kind of give people fair warning on the socials that there's only a few tables left, but I think I might leave it until it's sold out.
Right. And then we can confirm that we have vendors as of now from at least 10 different countries, which is the studio audience are applauding us.
The United States is featured in that, Jason, I believe.
The United States is featured in that, yeah. And then a lot of other European countries. But it's very exciting to have people flying in from all over the world. We have people coming from New York who said they'd never been to Ireland before, but they were coming for the card show. And I commented back and said, it's a great honor to be a good enough reason to come to Ireland. But then I also felt a bit of a pressure as well.
The pressure is always there. There's no doubt about that. But to be honest, I don't feel the pressure at the moment. Do you know why?
No, you're feeling good.
I'm feeling good because year one we killed it. We did it. Everyone, I've only heard positive feedback from anyone I've interacted with year one. So we did our job. All the work, time, and energy and effort we put into year one paid off. However, year one we had a very short lead time because we were super scared about announcing it until our contract was signed with the venue.
This is true.
Because we kept thinking the venue might swap it up or whatever. We didn't want people booking tickets. We knew internationals were going to come. So even though we kind of had our venue 5 to 6 months out, we didn't announce it until 4 months out because that's when we had it officially signed. So now obviously work with the venue again. We actually have it officially signed in advance. We have just a lot of time. Like I feel like I have a lot of work to do in September because I really want to tick off almost everything that needs to be done in September. And I want to October, November, December, January, February. I want all of those months purely. The only focus I want to have in those months is selling tickets.
Right.
So I'm feeling good.
Okay, well, it's very exciting. We're getting a lot of excited messages, and we also have one of the ticket tiers is, and this is not a plug, I'm just discussing it out of interest, is a VIP ticket tier, which includes a VIP goodie bag, entry to a VIP raffle, skip the queue, all that kind of stuff. We decided not to do early entry. The show is opening when the show is opening, but if you have a VIP ticket, you can skip the queue.
Yeah, so if you're there at 10 a.m., if you want to be there early doors, you're going to have your own line, skipping the queue. For that, we didn't do early entry just because I think we'd need a bit more experience to do early entry, because I do remember last year, obviously it was the first year doing it, but it felt like a lot of the vendors were still kind of setting up. So we were kind of thinking if that was to happen again this year, the early entry would then be entering into a room not fully set up and stuff like that. So a lot of people fly in maybe morning of and then come and set up. So we kind of just were like, no, we're opening when we're opening, but you can skip the queue. You can be in first through the door.
But these, I don't know if it's surprising or if it's exciting or what it is, but some adjective. The amazing thing is that those VIP tickets have been selling like hotcakes because people are like, these guys are kind of, I think they might be crazy. So we got to get involved until they give us a VIP.
Yeah, because the general entry got taken care of so much last year that I think people are like, VIP.
Yeah.
Let me get involved. So like we kept our general entry ticket same as last year, €10. We didn't up the price. That was a internal topic, but we decided to keep it the same because ultimately getting as many people in the door is the main goal, especially for all the vendors that are there. VIP ticket, €50. So it's not I think compared to like kind of entry to other shows that are like more well established, of course.
Yes.
€50 is not crazy. I think we paid $200, $400 Fanatics Fest. I can't remember. That's obviously something a totally different show. But to kind of go from a €10 general entry to a €50 VIP is a big jump in the context of our show. So yeah, we have a job to do there for those VIPs, and yeah, a lot of them have hopped in for early doors, and they are limited tickets. We're not doing a significant amount of VIPs. So
yeah, Yeah, it'll be
There you go.
a small cohort of loyal
Yeah,
VIPs.
that's right.
We have today on the show, we have questions that we previously didn't get to. We have some feedback from the last episode, and we have some football that we didn't get to on Tuesday's episode. It is currently an international break, so we don't have to worry about the football that's going on at the moment. We can worry about the football that has been.
There is football going on later today, right? Today is the first day. I think
Of
Portugal are
the-
against Croatia, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, it's the
Nations League.
Nations League, yeah, the reconfigured Nations League, I believe.
Reconfigured again. The world football, as if the hobby wasn't confusing enough, world football have added a lot of confusion to it. And also, if we remember back in the day, Tops had like a road to the UEFA Nations League product that never came out.
Yeah.
Just as I see this round of Nations League fixtures happening, I got a bit of a chill up my spine, thinking, are we getting more? Are we getting more products? But
Is that
as of
coming
now,
back?
there's no news.
We talked about on Tuesday the fact that the Renaissance from Topps Merlin Chrome and the stained glass from Panini, various products, Panini Select and Soccer, have started to merge into each other. And you were kind of giving us your pitch for making the player figures kind of illustrated or animated as well, just like they are on Kabooms, to be included in the stained glass. And Croifista, on the website formerly known as Twitter, asked, is this what you're looking for? And sent us this custom card by Michael Alocca, which is of Andres Iniesta.
That's exactly the vibe that I'm looking for.
This is exactly what you were thinking.
Exactly what I was trying to say, yes.
Yeah. So you can see Iniesta there. He's obviously, for those of you who are listening, he's depicted just as stained glass. He's got the kind of the halo around him like a saint. And so that is one way definitely to do it.
100%. I think that's the exact vibe. Like in your kind of stained glass or in your Renaissance vibe, but then also have the player depicted as such, I think should happen. Let's do it. I want to see which company goes first.
And then we have in Panini Mosaic NFL, we've had these cards, which I believe are called Motif, are they?
Yes, I believe so. Mosaic or Motif? I think it's Motif.
These ones here, you can see this CJ Stroud, and this is an example of kind of a mosaic where they've incorporated, it's not a picture background of a mosaic and then the picture of CJ Stroud in front. So this sort of stuff is possible and good.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a way to improve it. No doubt about it.
Yeah. So
I'll try talk to anyone I can in either company's design team and see, can we get this across the line? Let's go.
Yes. If they maybe this time next year, Michael Alocca, who designed this custom card, will be working in those designs. Who knows?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay, let's get on to some questions. And I also believe when I was asking for questions a while ago, I said, please give me your hottest take as well.
Okay. I haven't seen this.
I was trying to figure out why some of these are statements and not questions.
Okay.
But it's because I asked. So, Skipping Cards has the following take. Cristiano Ronaldo being in Saudi Arabia and out of European hobby sets was the best thing for his collector's market. That's his hot take.
No.
I wish he was out of European sets.
Yeah, he's not. He's still being produced. I know, not new. Like if he had moved to, say, some League One team or a Spanish team or whatever, then we'd get more
Monaco.
kind of current playing cards, whatever. I understand that, but that wouldn't necessarily. I don't think that would be bad at all, to be honest. Because say if he went to PSG and was a success, which would be funny if he was a success at PSG, then now PSG fans have Ronaldo cards to collect that maybe they otherwise wouldn't, etc., etc.
It would grow. It would grow the market.
Yeah. If Ronaldo wasn't being depicted in every set anyway in his Real Madrid or Man United or Sporting Lisbon kit, as he has been, then I would agree with that statement. But because he is still featured in every single checklist, then I disagree with that statement.
Right, yeah. I mean,
although if an Al Nassr card was to pop up by some company, I think that could have collectability for sure. If he goes on to, beat Al Hilal's absolute stronghold on any trophy that Ronaldo gets close to getting in Saudi.
Yeah, I've seen the attendances at those Saudi stadiums, so I can only imagine what the card market's like. But
but you'd like to imagine it just takes one person with too much money.
It takes two people with too much money.
That's right. That's true.
Okay.
Or it takes one person with too much money and one person who's willing to hold on to that card for their life.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, one stubborn person and one rich person. That's a market.
I think, as we've said in the past, I think the only thing that can help Ronaldo's market is retiring at this stage. Now, obviously, if he went and did some kind of late stage madness, I think at the moment he's trying his best to get 1,000 goals. And he said that on his new YouTube channel. I want to get 1,000 goals that were videoed. He kind of took a shot
Right.
at Pele that were actual documented
Yeah.
goals. I want to say he's at 800 or 900 at the moment. So
Okay, not
Godspeed.
100, not a 200, something like that.
Yeah, he can do it.
He could do it. I'm sure he can. So I think I do think this take from skipping cards makes sense in a market, as you say, where or in a world where he's not being printed retrospectively, but he is being printed retrospectively. So here we are.
There you go.
Okay, hot take from Breaking the Law. Breaking the Law cards.
Who sent us the motif?
Who sent us the motif, by the way? Yeah, big contributor to the show this week. Breaking the Law has this take: Inception is better than Dynasty, and it's not even really close. Wow, we've seen Inception come out. We've seen UEFA Dynasty come out. We've seen on-card autographs in both. We've seen various price points. We've seen various cards come out, different designs come out. I mean, I suppose it depends what you mean by better.
That's right. I mean, he's coming at it obviously from a breaking point of view and probably a collecting point of view. Obviously, from a value point of view, you would imagine going through a case of Inception at its price point versus a case of Dynasty at its price point, the better value for money should be Inception. I think more, not even necessarily because you're going to get more money than you lose, but that the difference, like you're going to lose less money just by virtue of ripping one of each.
Yeah. So
there's more cards to split around. There's more hits, but
you're saying the actual percentages might be similar.
Yeah.
You might get wrecked. Right. Like you might lose kind of 60% of your value on either box, but
you're able to survive more on Inception than the old Dynasty. I think it's a good hot take because it is hot. It's a hot take because you could obviously argue the on card, the player worn, the kind of uniqueness of the first super high end top set, whatever that has its own, and obviously it caused an absolute pandemonium. But he's saying when you get down to the numbers, when you get down to the reality of it, but at the same time, I would say if you remove the cost of each box, which would you prefer to rip a case of? I think a lot of people are saying Dynasty. If your money, if monetarily was taken out of it, if you're talking pure enjoyability, pure kind of giddiness, fun, if you're talking fun, Jason, I would rather rip a case of Dynasty if my life wasn't on the line doing it.
I think part of the fun of Dynasty is the fact that your life is on the line.
The all or nothing.
There's kind of a gambler's aspect to Dynasty.
I think the problem with Soccer Dynasty is that it's nothing or nothing. It's nothing or less than nothing. I don't think there's not like, and that's not no disrespect, but like,
don't clip that.
Don't clip that, please. Our new producer who doesn't exist, do not clip that. But it does just feel like the numbers on Soccer Dynasty don't make sense from the point of view of what is the best case scenario. And then when you think about the best case scenario, which is a Messi 1-of-1, what does that do? We still don't really know. I think we've seen an of 10 sell for just about what a case is of a Messi, which again isn't a bad thing, right? If you buy a case, you get five cards. The Messi covers the case, the rest of it's pure profit. But it's a bit risky. I think without a big rookie without a big rookie, I think in it that could potentially you could look at and go in 5 years' time that card could be a lot bigger than we think it is, and without that, it is kind of a different vibe of it.
If there was like there was Garnacho or Alvarez or something in it, and it was like, oh yeah, his 1-of-1 RPA from Dynasty has never been pulled. Okay, that's great. Obviously, like Dynasty, I think has Inception beat on prestige.
Yeah, definitely.
Just there's a higher ceiling on the cards, but in terms of a better general market product, but I suppose like it's very hard to say. That's why it's a scorching hot take, because you kind of don't want to like.
But it's fine. They're good products to compare, especially because they came out so close together. But then, especially because Inception kind of was one of the high end soccers prior to having a proper high end soccer. It was kind of Inception Museum were kind of the options from Topps' point of view. I don't know. Like I know which one of them I'd rather have on the shelf, I would say, to sell in years' time to come. And I think it might be Inception as opposed to Dynasty. Because I think if you're talking about actually being able to sell it with relative ease, I think it's Inception.
Okay. Interesting.
Dynasty, you have to drip out at a high price over a long period of time. And it's more so anytime someone buys it, it's an event. Whereas Inception, I think it's kind of like someone will kind of get the hunch for it, especially if Yamal starts playing really well again.
Yeah.
People go, oh, do you have a case of Inception? It's easier, So from a strategic point of view there, if you're talking about holding wax and selling it, I think you'd rather like the equivalent value of Inception.
Well, that's where we're going, because the next question is from NJ Plastic Man. And he says, I was able to get a Dynasty box at the drop price.
Okay.
Should I rip it, resell it, or hold it? Just one box, single box. Rip it, resell it, or hold it. He got it at ORP.
But I suppose it depends on your situation.
Yeah.
If 2.5, 3 grand would make a difference, sell that shit. If it doesn't, it's a fun rip. You'll probably not lose that much value of the box at ORP value. You know, if you got a kind of shitty hit, you'd imagine it's at least half the value of that kind of.
Yeah, I think the
600
lowest
whatever.
I'm saying is about maybe 400.
Yeah, so you don't have. There's not that much to lose opening it in that regard. But in fairness, it is also fair to kind of take the actual loss at what you could currently sell the box for, not what you paid in for it. I'd sell. I think I'd sell if it's a loose box. Like, I mean, it depends. I
don't really think there's any point in holding a loose box. I'll say that.
Yeah, don't hold the loose. So you're either selling it or ripping it. Those are your options, in my opinion.
He may have already. Maybe I'll message him back later on and see if we got an answer on what he did, because he may have already done whatever it was.
That's right.
If it's holding it, he may still be doing it. But yeah, I think single box, given where the box prices are, they could sell that box. You could take the profit. You could buy a nice PC card. You keep your original money. You're way up.
Yeah, I think so too. You could spend 2 grand or 1.5 grand on a very nice PC card.
Yeah.
Depending on,
assuming your PC isn't like, on card Maradona or something.
Yeah. But even then, to be honest, like
even then, yeah, with the whole profit, with the whole proceeds of that box, you could get very close.
I wouldn't say you wouldn't get a good on card Maradona, but you could get a very nice like I've seen a lot of like of 10 Maradona autographs from like 2015 or 16 Don Ross sell way cheaper than you would expect.
So there you go. That's a recommendation there.
Yeah, be careful.
Okay. WCO Cards asks this. This is a nice question. What are you doing to have fun in the hobby? What do you enjoy most? So you're in the hobby, and so you're traveling around. You're going to card shows. You're going to national. You're going to Fanatics Fest. That's all fun. But for you, you're at work as well.
Yeah.
So how are you keeping it? How are you keeping it light? How are you keeping it fun? What are you doing?
So there's 2 things I'm doing to keep it fun.
Yeah.
I'll say this here today. One of it is picking up PC items from the past, not the modern stuff, some of the older stuff, because I do find like there's not a lot of attention on it. You can get good value on certain things. So like when we were at the National and I picked up the 2 Pirlo 101s, the Spectra and the Select, I can only describe that as fun. That was great.
Yeah.
The kind of weirder thing that I'm doing that people don't really know, not a lot of people know I'm doing, is I'm trying to complete a few sets, a few parallel sets. So I'm set collecting low key without really talking about it. So the first set that I'm on course to complete is 2021-22 Inception.
Okay.
To 49 parallels. So they're blue, right? So disclaimer, I'm collecting blue sets. So I don't really care about the numbers. I don't care about like how high print or short print they are. I'm trying to collect a few blue sets, right? So kind of a blue, that's my vibe, okay?
Okay.
So I'm 2 cards away from the Inception 21-22. I am missing Dani Olmo, who, to be honest, I'm fuming that he's playing well at the moment, but I'm missing Dani Olmo. Because for the longest time, it was like, I'll pick up Dani Olmo. No one cares.
He looks
Dani
incredible.
Olmo,
but I think he only played about 40% of the available games at Leipzig, so he'll get injured, you can buy it then.
Yeah, great. Dani Olmo and Declan Rice. Yeah, the Declan Rice, I've had many a chance to get him. I just can't bring myself to do it. But both of them are actually on eBay right now. But so like that, like
not anymore. Not after this podcast.
I've done everything. No. I've done everything I can not to buy them, because like they're either overpriced at the moment, which is ridiculous to even say because I'm completing set. But they're overpriced, or they're in a country where like the shipping costs like twice as much as the card costs, and I'm just I'm not. I'll eventually come across one of these. There's 49, whatever. So I'm eager to complete the set, but not that eager. Like I missed that Dani Olmo was like auctioned in China, sold for like €1, and another one sold for €7. But then there's one up for sale for like 15 with like 20 shipping or something like that. So I'm like, what am I going to do?
But it's also between doing a parallel set and doing a rainbow. It's not like, if you're doing a rainbow and an L5 comes up, you need to get the L5 because
you need it.
It might never come up.
Yeah, this will come up. I'll stumble across it in a $1 box or whatever. So I'm looking for Dani Olmo base. I'm not doing any of the autographs, so I'm just doing like the base set checklist.
Right.
So we have them. I'm only missing 2. So my plan is once I have those 2, I'm going to frame the full complete set. None of them are graded. I don't have any graded cards. I'm keeping them raw. I'm going to have them in picture frames. I remember in the past I'd counted out exactly how many there were, and there was like a clean way of doing it. I might need like 3 frames that are like 10 by 4 or whatever it is. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Planning to do that. I'm planning to put it up here in the studio. So just the kind of beauty of seeing just all of this kind of a wave of blue. Obviously, Inception's a nice looking set. And the other set that I'm currently doing, I have a very nice card here from it, which is Ronaldo Nazario. Just don't know if you can tell on camera, but that is a red parallel.
I can see that, yeah.
Number to five. I'm doing this set as well, which is 22, 23 finest flashbacks, but I'm doing the blues, which are actually to 99 in that set. So easier again to get, and they're the highest number parallel. But again, I'm trying to put together a load of blue sets that look really nice together. That way it's kind of like a wall of blue. And I'm having fun with it because I'm not putting too much pressure on myself to do it. But when I'm at a show and someone has something and I know I need it, I'm like, oh, give me a bit of that.
Yeah, keeps you interested.
Yeah, one of the other sets I'm trying to do is 2017 Chrome, which of course the blues in that are a lot more expensive, especially more so the Mbappe, the Ronaldo, the Messi. But that's what I'm doing low key. I only have about 20 of them so far. So that's I appreciate anyone who has one, but like one of my things is like when I pick them up, I can pick them up really cheap. Like when I go to card shows, like €3-4, like you can, like they're not like if it's not a big player, they are super cheap. I don't really. I suppose the fun of it is I'm kind of picking it up as I go along, as opposed to putting out a post saying, "Does anyone have any of this? Send it to me, and I'll pay you shipping, and I'll do all this sort of stuff."
Well, that's where
it.
the fun comes. So what you're doing for fun is kind of incidentally collecting these sets.
Yes, I'm not under a timeline here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna like it's kind of like when I'm at a show. I suppose that's it. Like when I'm at a show, part of how I'm having fun is when someone wants to do a deal. I'm kind of like, "Do you have any of this? Do you have any of that? Do you have any?" And I'm like looking through, and if they have blue, I'm kind of like, yeah. Like we bought a 2015 select few set of blue Messi's. I want to say in Cleveland. It could have been New York, but I think it was Cleveland. And I'm not collecting that 2015-16 blue set, but seen a few Messi's. I was like, give me them. And I'm like, I might. Because like once I'm done these sets, I think I'm going to want more blue sets. And I'm like, Soccer United is blue. That's the main reason. It's my favorite color. But that's kind of the main vibe of it. I think if we have that up in the studio, our kind of brand colors are kind of a bluey, navy color. Having all the blue sets, I think it's just a bit of fun.
Very nice.
That's my answer. There you go.
I actually recently I was looking at some stuff last night for the PC, non soccer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give too much away, but I would say collecting Irish stuff is how I have fun.
Okay, I was about to say, you're collecting your Mets, your beloved Mets.
Yeah, I've decided to become the world's biggest New York Mets collector. I'm sure there's not much competition. No, but yeah, Irish stuff is fun to collect, and also like similarly to what you've just said there, is like you do find stuff around in shows, because one of the things is like mostly if you're kind of just purely in the hobby as a hobby, then when you go to a show, that is you having fun.
Definitely.
So that the whole activity is fun. Whereas like we're generally working at shows, and so it's like you want to have kind of mini games within that, which are fun, like
side quests. Side quests,
exactly. Yeah. So I would say that's what we're describing as side quests, as opposed to like I came to this show, because we don't always have time to walk around and find.
No.
So yeah, personal collecting, I suppose, is how we're having fun in the hobby.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's the fun of the hobby. But no, but that's like it's the same thing for me. It's like at the end of the day, we obviously travel to so many different countries and go to so many shows that it's like it's kind of fun to have your little to-do list of like, can I find any of these at this show?
Yeah.
And then you're also like, you're at the show, there's someone vending with that stuff there, and they're making a sale, which is obviously positive, So
yeah,
that's for me. That's also why I'm not necessarily buying them all online. It's kind of like I go to enough shows in a year that I can try and find them there and get a better price, give a better deal, but also give someone at a show, attending an event, vending at an event, a better experience at that event as well, which is obviously
adds a bit of mystery in it as well, because
you don't know what you're going to see.
You never know what you're going to get.
If I went to a card show and seen a Danny Olmo of 49 Inception, I'd be like, come on, what's your price? Go on, I'll be haggling for it. I'll be buzzing to get it.
It'd be genuinely very excited.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go to this next question. I actually don't have it recorded who it's from.
That's foolish.
But it's from somebody. It's actually from somebody who replied to the story instead of filling out the question form. So everyone else's name I had, because they've done it the right way. So I'm gonna victim blame here and say it's not my fault. The customer's not always right. I didn't do anything wrong.
The Q&A show is not designed to scold people.
It is. This is my way of getting back at people for some reason. People that take time out of their day to contribute to the show. Guess what? You're getting scolded.
Can I say the shark in me finds it very hard not to sell the Cole Palmer that I have, the blue Cole Palmer.
Yeah, color match.
It's a color match. It's a complete set. He's a rookie. It's like but I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. That's the beauty of set collecting, where it's like inside that set there's actually something class. Like there's a Declan Rice, Jason, £10 on UK eBay, but it's £12 to ship it to me. So I'm kind of like, for God's sake.
Why not wait for the next time you're in the UK?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just
Try
like
and find it there.
ask a UK friend here. Look, but I just think I'll find it. There's 49. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Declan Rice.
Okay, this anonymous person, and again, I really do apologize. Not your fault for being anonymous, but they ask: are there any word on the away for women's cards for last year, and who do you expect to be the chase besides Linda Caicedo? So, two questions
I
there.
remember seeing this message.
What's the story with women's Chrome? And we actually, if we covered this on the original Q&A show, we wouldn't have known. But since there has been some information getting out there on the internet, and this is a website called Checklist Insider, which appears to have popped up, and they have a little breakdown of 2023-24 top scoring women's, which is due to come out, I suppose, soon.
2nd of October, I've actually heard as a release date, Jason.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, look, 2nd of October.
Oh, there you go.
Hobbybox is still one autograph, 100-player base set. Corbin Albert there, American, I believe, playing for PSG as a rookie. There's Linda Caicedo, obviously as a rookie as well. So I guess for some of the Americans, Corbin Albert could be a chase. There are all sorts of parallels from 299 all the way down to 1 of 1. Black is of 10, red is of 5. Yes, we do. I have a kind of a breakdown. Value blaster boxes get 3 aqua prisms, 2 refractors, and 4 inserts. So I believe 3 aqua prisms is the same as Champions League, was it?
Yeah, I think it's the same vibe, yeah.
And then hobby boxes, 1 autograph, 6 refractor parallels, 2 pulsar parallels, and 9 inserts.
Okay, go back up to the cool images. Come on.
Yeah, so look at that. There are patch autos.
Question: the match worn patch for Alexia Putellas has been questioned out there.
Yes.
Jason?
What matches has she played that these are taken from?
Yeah, I believe there is a serious questionability about that match worn memorabilia. I'm not going to lie, I've heard it on the timeline. That looks like an on-card auto. I don't know if it is.
Yeah, we see that a lot, don't we?
But it kind of, obviously, like mock-up images will trick you, but that does look very on-cardy to me.
Right. So autograph memorabilia cards debut via Chrome Premium Autograph Relics, noting match worn swatches and official draw cards Autograph Relics as well are coming too.
I don't think I've ever seen a patch on a Chrome card. I'm sure that exists in other sports, but it hasn't existed in soccer, I don't think. I don't think we've ever had a Chrome relic card, and that, to me, that's cool.
Have we had the match draw? Do they count?
No, they did the Champions League draw.
Yeah.
No, that's like a jumbo card.
Oh, just a jumbo. Yeah, okay. Fair
I'm trying to think. Actually, they did it in some of maybe the Topps Chrome premium sets recently, didn't they? There was relics in that, like Salzburg or something, or Leipzig.
That sounds right.
But I've never seen those cards in person, so
right.
I'm not including it.
There are Golazo autographs, there are Queen's Football autographs, there are dual autographs. There's Aitana in a red.
Just wondering if they're like thick Chrome cards. Do you know what I mean? Like I've never what goes on?
They must be thick. I mean, it's not coming out the bag.
That's what I'm saying. So what goes on?
Who knows? So there you go. Fierce insert is back with case hit. Okay.
I like the design of Chrome. I don't love the design of Fierce, but I do like that they kind of changed it up, I suppose. But like the actual Chrome designs here, I'm liking a lot.
Yeah. And then Power On is highlights electric players.
Wow. There you go. Wow. Queens of Football, great.
Queens of Football back. So there is news basically to answer that question to whoever that nice person is. There is news.
Also is back in October. It's crazy, Jason. Like the release schedule has really, like, we just had FIFA Select come out, I think, yesterday.
Yeah.
The release schedule has gotten deeper this year than it had. Like, it's always been bad, but like we're talking October releases.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen Stadium Club yet. Like there's, I don't know if there'll be November releases, but it looks like September and October are still going to be a busy soccer season.
It's going to be a 12 month cycle from now on.
We can't be far off from 24-25 sets. We can't.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Right. This is from Daniel. Daniel says, he said on YouTube, I'm an episode late with this question, but I'll chance my arm asking. It was worth chancing.
There you go.
We're answering it.
Take the
Seeing
risk.
Haaland score another hat-trick today in back-to-back game weeks. This is in the Premier League. It's Erling Haaland, if anyone hasn't heard of him. How good is he really? Like, Man City is a machine. Does it really matter if they have Haaland up front or Ollie Watkins up front? Do they still win the league without Haaland? I know you probably had similar questions before, but anytime I see him on goal, he literally never looks like missing. And for other teams, that actually play against City and Haaland, I do wonder, do they think him scoring 99% of the time is inevitable? Sorry for the long comment. So, is Erling Haaland inevitable? Do you think other teams planned for him to score and work around that? And do you think Man City would still win the league even if Erling Haaland wasn't there?
Man City, I think, could definitely win a league without Erling Haaland. They would need a different striker, obviously, but I think in that case you are allowed to have it. But that doesn't negate the
he's not
fact
good.
that what he's doing is incredible.
Yeah,
he's an incredible player. He's well built. He's perfect for the league. He has been performing. City have had many strikers down the day that haven't done, like, every single club in the Premier League has had many a striker or many a great team behind a striker that haven't broke the Premier League record. So City are a phenomenal team that create a lot of chances, that dominate the ball, but Haaland is also a world class striker.
Yep, I actually think he's watching him this season, and again based on 3 games. But watching him this season, I do think he's maybe
Better.
adding a little bit to his game.
I think
he looks good to me. He looks a bit more creative, a bit more kind of like he knows what he's doing. He's linking up better with his teammates.
I think he has benefited from an empty summer. The potential positives of not being a team that qualifies for Euros or for a World Cup is that everyone else looks like they're still in preseason mode, and he is a absolute step above everyone else, which also speaks to his character, that in the summer, unlike a Jadon Sancho, he's not, letting himself go. He's actually working, chopping wood. I think he was doing all summer in Sweden or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was up to no good. I don't know, but he's phenomenal. And I don't know, I say what you're saying. He's improved over the summer. He's better. He looks fitter. Is he just kind of fitter than everyone else kind of around him? And so that way you're looking at that, but I don't think so.
Yeah,
think
he does look like kind of, I suppose that's, we'll see when everyone's fit and everyone's firing fully.
He's more match sharp than anyone else, it seems.
He looks sharp, yeah. I do think it's kind of unfair to Erling Haaland Man City were winning leagues before he got there. They were winning leagues before Pep got there. They're the best team in the Premier League and have been for a long time. But I mean, what does he do next? We don't know. How long can he go on like this? We don't know. It's exciting to see. I think the other benefit to not qualifying for tournaments with Norway is that if he wants to reach any sort of consistency or wants to kind of become one of the all-time greats in the club game statistically, then free summers will allow him to do that. I think if you start packing on another, busy summers throughout the next 10 years, it's going to get really hard. But who knows?
But again, it's like in a footballing world where every single player seems to complain about way too many fixtures, way too many matches, we might also be seeing the benefit of him being fit and other players suffering from such a busy schedule. That it's actually like, at no point in kind of time prior to this had there ever been kind of a situation where one player was playing, maybe 30 less games than other players just because he's not involved in certain, But obviously it wouldn't be 30 because international is not, play that many international games. But it could be a case of everyone else is absolutely burnt to the bone and he's actually just fit, healthy and fresh and ready to go.
I think we're going to talk about Mbappe later, but I think the obvious thing with Mbappe is how good would Mbappe be and all those kind of later stage games in the Champions League with PSG over the years. I think you take France out of the equation and that helps Mbappe.
Yeah.
Obviously he doesn't want to be helped in that case, but and Erling Haaland would rather go to the World Cup with Norway than not go to the World Cup with Norway. But
of course,
it does help. It really does.
Yeah, 100%. Helps him even just focus.
Yeah. So, okay. Mad City Collector, who asked a question on the Q&A, said, I enjoyed the throwback to Postcard United. You have astute points. Oh, thanks. And it's about supply side concerns. And I think it mostly has ramifications for the value proposition of opening wax and breaks. As you alluded to, I think if you keep a collector's mindset and find your favorite lower numbered cards, the value will be built into the dynamic that they will all get locked up by collectors, so you'll be protected by that if you ever wanted to move the cards on in the future. I think that's right.
That's a good point. Yeah, definitely.
So, yes. Hirojima on Twitter asked, Andre to Wolves from Fluminense, defensive midfielder from Fluminense, went to Wolves there in the last week of the transfer window. Is he any good? Yeah, he's good. He's not necessarily going to be a card star. Liverpool were sort of linked with him for a few months last year, maybe. He's good. Fluminense played. I saw them at the Club World Cup whenever Fernando Diniz was managing them. That was 2020. I suppose it was last year's Club World Cup, 2023. And they were a very exciting team. They pinged the ball around like nobody's business. Who knows how he got on in the Premier League?
Yep,
we don't know. But maybe Hirojima is a Wolves fan. That's why he's asking.
Yep, there you go.
Certainly capable. Okay, And so I thought we just, because all the transfer windows are closed, I thought I might just take a look at some of the top transfers from this summer.
Please.
Now that the preseason is fully over.
Yep. We're in the international break.
Yeah. These are our friends at Transfermarkt.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I suppose we'll do the top 10 and then any other ones that we're interested in. Top most valuable player moving is Kylian Mbappe, who moved to Real Madrid on a quote unquote free transfer from PSG, but absolutely was not a free transfer for Real Madrid because they paid him.
It'll cost them a lot of money, yeah, definitely.
They paid him like a signing bonus. His family, his friends, as anyone that's ever met him, the guy that makes his coffee, they all got millions. Victor Osimhen went to Galatasaray.
Crazy.
On loan. We weren't expecting that. We were talking about him going to Saudi Arabia, and then out of nowhere, Galatasaray come in. Boom.
Yeah, we'll take him. That was a weird one. Obviously, I think his wages needed to be handled and whatever was going on at Napoli. But I would have loved to see a team with him and Lukaku trying to have a proper 2-striker team. It would have been brilliant.
Yeah.
But probably wouldn't have worked as well. So I think he'll do well at Galatasaray, but definitely kind of impacts his trajectory for now, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. We'll see what he does there.
Big club, Galatasaray.
Massive club. If he goes and minds himself, here's how big a club Galatasaray is. We were previewing Merlin Chrome on Tuesday, and somebody commented and said, "That's a Dries Mertens Galatasaray card." That means they're in the set. That's brilliant. So know, big club. The most expensive not free transfer of the year was Julian Alvarez, €75 million to Atletico Madrid. Boom!
Your team spending big.
Last time I spent big was Joao Felix, and that didn't go well.
Yeah, I have a lot of belief in Julian Alvarez. I think he's an absolute cracking player.
Top player. And
that half Italian nationality, I'm absolutely devastated.
You should have got him, snapped him up.
Yeah, we should have got him and put him up front beside Retegui.
Yeah.
Suffering and winning nothing.
Julian Alvarez, his cards are going to be very interesting because even though he won everything with Manchester City, I do feel like, and maybe this is just because I don't know any Manchester City fans and neither does anyone else, but I do feel like they didn't really form a connection with him as a
baller,
as a fan base, as he did. I think Rodri or something, or even Ruben Diaz, you see.
It takes a long time to kind of earn that. He obviously was more of a bit part player, even though he did play a lot of minutes. It was always Haaland. The whole time he was there, it was all about Haaland. So
yeah,
I think his Argentina cards are the ones to be chasing if you're prospecting him still.
I think the World Cup Prism
is the way to go. Yeah,
rookies are the way to go.
We of course love his Panini Instant in a River Plate kit, but ultimately that's not valued because like part of being a rookie card is being in a set that's widely available to everyone.
Yeah, that'll be a cult classic at best.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what he does at Atletico. I know he hasn't done anything crazy as of yet, but
some big games to come in the Champions League. So.
Definitely.
Douglas Luiz went from Aston Villa to Juventus for 51 million euros. I've seen Aston Villa play. I don't know if I'd be spending 50 million on Douglas Luiz, but obviously Thiago Motta knows something that we don't.
He must
do. Matthias de Ligt, centre back, went to Manchester United for 45 million euros.
He's had a mad career, but I do think he could improve. He should improve. He has the quality to be an unbelievable player still. Yeah,
we'll see how he goes. Dominic Solanke was brought in to score the goals at Tottenham. I don't know how that's going to go, but these are kind of very strange transfers, aren't they? Like when you think of it, like
I don't really know how I feel about any of these.
Yeah, I wouldn't start buying Dominic Solanke cards if I was just to.
No, in fact, we've had that stance the entire way through his career as of yet, and he's 26. Julian Alvarez is 24. If you buy Dominic Solanke cards, I'm going to slap you on the wrist.
Yeah, Lenny Yoro, who Man United beat Real Madrid to from Lille, and then he broke his leg in pre-season. Yeah, which means Johnny Evans still has to play.
Poor Johnny Evans.
Poor old Johnny Evans.
I missed that Pedro Neto one. I don't know how I missed it, but I did.
I probably missed it because there was 76 fellas went to Chelsea in the summer. Pedro Neto went to Chelsea from Wolves for 60 million. He was really good for Wolves. So we'll see if he gets fitted in at Chelsea. He's good. Moussa Diaby said F this, I'm out, and went to Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia for 60 million as well.
Fair.
Yeah. Did you see? I don't know if you saw this. Steven Bergwijn went to Al Ittihad, I think, as well from Ajax. And Ronald Koeman said that's the end of him. he said he was in the press conference and Ronald Koeman was like, "What? Like, think about it. Like, why would you go to Saudi Arabia? It's not for sporting reasons. So as far as I'm concerned, he's decided sports not the main thing. So he's done with the national team.
Fair. I mean, you know.
I mean, kind of a bit. A lot of people aren't, you know.
No, it's crazy. Like, to be honest, because it's like I understand it. I understand what he's saying, but I also understand that it's kind of like if you're Saudi Arabian, you're kind of like, hold on a minute. Obviously, like quality of the league isn't as good or whatever, but it's like you can't fucking say that. Like,
yeah, exactly. So that was just funny that Ronald Koeman was just like, do you know what? I'm just going to say it.
He's part of the old guard. Finished. He is. Yeah.
And I'm not. I think we can have a long history on this podcast of not being Ronald Koeman's biggest fan. But in that moment, for me, in that moment, not a Ronald Koeman fan, but this class.
Yeah, Danny Olmo. That's a fun signing if you can stay fit. Danny Olmo to Barcelona.
He's looked really good so far.
Yeah, exactly. Endrick, listen, he might struggle for game time with Mbappe being the main man, but
he doesn't need game time because he's so young.
Yeah, no, I'm very interested to see what he does or does not do at Real Madrid. He's obviously got a goal already on his debut in a few minutes. So yeah, interesting.
Just to quickly, I'll just pick out a few more. João Neves, who was a Benfica rookie, moved to PSG. I think he got something like 6 assists in his first 2 games or something like that.
Yeah, he's
that PSG team is very fun without Mbappe. Bradley Barcola and João Neves and a couple of others
having a ball.
Really having a ball. Luis Enrique, just like everyone is like young and like kind of malleable enough that he can like give them the Luis Enrique mind virus, and they're doing really well. Any exciting other ones there? Atletico sold João Felix to Chelsea for 50 million.
Ugarte and Xerxes to Man United. Obviously, Xerxes had a rookie in 2020, the Jude class.
Jude class,
for Bayern Munich, I believe.
Yeah.
Man United are obviously a bit of a hot mess of a club.
Yeah.
But good to see them signing a few players. Hopefully it all works out. At the moment, it doesn't really look like it is.
Yeah, Xerxes not looking razor sharp up front.
No, but I still think preseason, it's early days. You obviously have here as well, Jason, you have Ivan Toney, said hasta luego. Went about his business as well to Al Ahly.
And looked devastated the entire time.
Yeah, but I think he's getting £1 million a week.
I think he'd be all right. That's it. I think he looked devastated until he got to Saudi Arabia, and then I think it started to dawn on him just how he made his peace with it once the first check was.
Yeah, I think people were saying that you can't actually gamble in Saudi Arabia. Like if you actually try go onto a gambling site, it's blocked. There's like an internet block on it, so he could be a bit of a detox for him, or he'll be on the phone to people saying, "Put this on, put that on." Yeah, Savinho.
I'm sure he has a VPN.
Savinho,
yes,
25 million. Formerly Savio, he has rookie cards as Savio. He's not in a lot of sets. He is now a Manchester City player.
Yeah, he's got finest flashbacks.
Yeah, and something else.
And he's also in. He's finest at Merlin. He's in Merlin,
right?
And he's also on a PSV card with Xavi Simons celebrating in the top Chrome. It's not designated as a rookie because it's actually a Xavi Simons card, but
he's in there.
He's in there.
One of those, yeah, right. It's like a Pedri Las Palmas kind of rookie.
Kind of like that, yeah. So that's just a little overview on some of the transfers that we may or may not have talked about over the last.
Yep, the window's back open again in January.
In January, yeah.
So we've a few months of this.
We're settled down for a few months.
That's right.
We talked about Mbappe. Mbappe scored his first league goals for Real Madrid. 2 goals at the Bernabeu at the weekend to win against Real Betis 2-0.
Yep.
Exciting to see. Obviously, me as an Atletico fan, not exciting to see, but as a kind of a card market man, very exciting to see.
Yeah, it took him a while to get going, few games, but ultimately, as the commentary team were saying throughout that game, because I was watching it, they were just pointing out, like, no one's match fit yet. Like, don't you worry about Mbappe. When he gels into the team and he's match fit, he's going to have an extra yard of pace, he's going to be a bit sharper. It's going to be a madness.
The other thing about Mbappe is that he was taking in his first couple of games. He was taking more shots. I mean, this is borne out by the stats, but also just watching it. He was taking more shots and missing so many opportunities that it's like, great, he's just not quite sharp. He just kind of doesn't have the extra 2 yards in his legs yet. So we'll see if he can kind of Cristiano himself and go from a winger to a lethal number 9. That has big ramifications for Real Madrid, but I also think it has big ramifications for France when you look at the most recent Euros. I think if you can replace Olivier Giroud, which they haven't done yet, with Mbappe and put somebody else out there, that would be very exciting.
And they have wingers. So what do you
They're
want?
not short of wingers.
That's fair. I think the whole kind of can Vinny and Mbappe play together at the moment. Like the last game, it kind of looked like it was good. They were kind of swapping left wing. Vinny was going central. Like again, it's a bit clunky still, but we just have to wait and see. I think that's going to be fun, especially in the Champions League when there's more eyes on it, and hopefully, you know, especially in the later rounds, and then not even to be honest, in the group stages when they're against better teams, there's more space.
Yeah,
that's when an Mbappe and a Vinny running on the wing could be like, oh, you know, could be brilliant.
Very exciting.
These two speedsters going. So.
But Mbappe or Vinny have not been as good so far in La Liga as that man for Barcelona, Rafinha, who scored a hat-trick as they beat Real Valladolid 7-0. There's also goals from Lewandowski, Koundé, Olmo, and Ferran Torres. And when Ferran Torres is scoring, you know it's a good day for Barcelona because that doesn't happen too often.
There might have been 3 assists in that for Lamine Yamal. Am I correct in saying such a thing?
Let me have a look and see. 2 assists for Lamine Yamal. An assist and a goal for Robert Lewandowski. 3 goals and an assist for Rafinha. A goal for Dani Olmo. Goal for Jules Koundé. Very exciting. They're the only thing to make a perfect start. I actually went and looked at, because I know you were talking about Lamine Yamal's assists.
Yeah.
I went and did a little exercise. A little bit of napkin maths. Would you like to hear?
Yeah, please.
If so as of September 3rd, which is a couple of days ago, 2024, Lamine Yamal has 11 assists in 41 La Liga matches for Barcelona, right?
Yeah.
It's 0.27 assists per match if you round up. If he plays as many games in La Liga as Leo Messi did, which is 520, and keeps up that ratio, he will finish second in the all-time La Liga assister list behind Messi and ahead of Xavi on 140 assists.
Oh. And obviously, that's no easy task, but you would imagine if he improves as a player, he should be getting more assists, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting to look and just see what actually is this rate of productivity.
I thought you were about to kind of put it to shame and kind of point and go, Enzo, he doesn't have that many assists, and I would have been fair with that, but there is something about it. Like it does bodes well. It bodes well. It's a good start. Good start for the
as I believe it was Soccer Cards HQ pointed out, the hobby has never respected assists as a football obviously does, but the hobby has never. No one's ever gone crazy because of their assisting. But yeah, so that would kind of put him in the same range as who's in the 100 club of assists in La Liga. Karim Benzema, Xavi, and Messi. The only
really,
yeah. Cristiano finished his career in La Liga on 88, and Koke has 79. No. So, will Lamine Yamal be better than Koke? Time will tell.
That's right. I think he will.
I think he will, but it'll take a long time to find out because he's so young.
That's right. Unless Lewandowski and Rafinha keep getting them goals and he just stat pads his assists.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
a few 7-0 against Valladolid, they'll get you there.
If Robert Lewandowski can find those handsy flick goal numbers, then here we go.
That's right.
Did you watch that Manchester United Liverpool match where Liverpool won 3-0?
I did. Yeah, I did indeed.
Liverpool are really good, and this is my personal appeal.
Yeah, tell me.
To Topps or Panini.
Okay.
Go and get Mohamed Salah's autographs and put them on Liverpool cards before he stops playing for Liverpool.
Okay.
You have to. This fella is unbelievable.
He's dynamite, is he?
It's like, you're watching it, you're looking at his stats at Old Trafford, his stats against Man United, his stats overall, the trophies he's won, the kind of figure that he is at Liverpool. It's ridiculous. There isn't another athlete in the world of Mo Salah's stature that doesn't have an autograph deal.
Can I say, I could have sworn, and I must have been dreaming, I could have sworn something recently came out with a Salah autograph on it. But I don't know if it was a Topps of Panini. I don't know if it was something weird. I could have sworn I seen like a patch autograph or something, or a booklet autograph. I could have sworn I seen it. Now, I don't think I did. I must have been dreaming. That shows the allure. But I could have sworn I seen something like that recently.
If that does exist, then people can send it in
so I can be reminded of it. Because I could have sworn I seen it.
Yeah.
But
seriously, like it's just...
I think he just won't sign for anything less than 20 bajillion euro. I think that's...
What I'm saying is pay it. That's what I'm saying. Like you look at it, and because he said after the match, he was like, a lot of you noticed my last year here at Liverpool.
Is it?
That's what he said after the match. Yeah, he said that to Daniel Sturridge. So then people are like, is that kind of like 4D chess? Is he kind of like publicly, shaming the club and giving a massive contract offer or not? We don't know. either way, I don't want to see in 2 or 3 years' time. We got Mo Salah autographs. No, I don't want to see that. I want to see 24, 25.
I think it's too late already.
autos.
Think about it. Those sets are being made now.
Get it done. I've been to Fanatics Fest.
They can do it.
They can do it.
Okay. Expect Liverpool team sets to go up in price tremendously when that autograph deal is signed.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it will make everything Liverpool and everything UCC and everything Premier League prohibitively expensive. But by the way, launching the Premier League license when Tops 2 eventually, if he's still there, what a coup that'd be.
That's right.
Top scorer
Premier League. Panini could never do this. We can. Wow.
Yeah.
They done Mane. They caught Mane. So we wait and see with bated breath.
Yeah. But I just wanted to make it that. I just wanted to take time because I don't think people. I'm going to actually go back on it. I don't think people
respect what he's done.
Respect what he's done. And partly they don't respect what he's done because there are no autographs. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. It's kind of a chicken and egg situation. Salah autographs, people aren't clamoring for them because there are none.
Fair.
But if they were, then you would see, and it would be really good. So that's all I wanted to say.
Imagine a Saudi, a Mane, Firmino, Salah, triple O.
Yeah. Be amazing.
We're not even Liverpool fans.
We're not even Liverpool fans. I'm going to be getting those. People are going to be saying to me now at all the card shows, and you're a big Liverpool fan, aren't you? Bayer Leverkusen got beaten in the Bundesliga for the first time in 15 years by RB Leipzig.
15 years.
Which wasn't really a shock to us because we'd seen them get beaten by Atalanta.
That's right, in our home city of Dublin, Ireland. So we were ready to witness greatness, and it fell apart right in front of our faces with Adeyemo Lookman getting a few goals. Yeah.
So
there you go.
Former RB Leipzig player, Adeyemo Lookman. Maybe that's not right. People can. I think that is right.
I think it is. He's been everywhere though. He was at Leicester, was he?
He was at Leicester. He was at Everton, Fulham.
Oh, Everton's what I'm thinking. I don't know if he was at Leicester. Maybe he was. I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe he was. I'm picking him in the blue, but that could be either one. As you said.
It could have been. Yeah, sure.
Lois Openda scored twice there for RB Leipzig. Frimpong and Ronaldo, not enough. They were enough last season, but they weren't enough this season.
You can only keep it up so long. The wheels are falling off.
Is this crisis time at Bayer Leverkusen? And then just to finish on one Bundesliga thing, which is Thomas Muller, who they thought it was bad on Mo Salah. Don't get me started on Thomas Muller. But he made his record-breaking club all-time appearance, 710th Bayern Munich appearance last weekend, and scored within moments of coming on.
What a player he was and is, by the way.
Yes. So we were talking about our PC, and obviously my PC is Ireland, but there are days, Enzo, there are days when I get this close to starting a PC that I then just. It's certain players. There's a kind of a
category of
player.
I'm
going to start a whole new category of player called a Jason collection player.
And it's
go around giving out to people.
That's too low.
I just go, no, give me that. I'm taking that. That's going straight in the Jason collection.
Yeah, no one's getting this.
But yeah, so that's all I had for the show today.
Oh, I think it was a good one. I think it was a good Thursday show, Jason, I must say.
Good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope people at home enjoyed it.
Definitely. Can I say, during the show, we sold another VIP ticket. That VIP ticket is hot.
Seriously, folks. DublinCardShow.com. You're missing out. There are only so many VIP tickets.
Yeah, and the tables are almost gone. I want the tables gone just so as I can say sold out. I don't want to say like 90% sold out, 91% sold out. I kind of want to just be like, these are actually gone now.
Yeah.
People.
So get your vendor tables.
Wait, if you click on vendor, look at this. You scroll down here.
Okay.
Look, it actually tells you. Look at that. Few tickets left. Look at that.
And
fire emoji. That's fire emoji. And that's not us. We didn't do that. That's just the actual analytics and facts. It's crazy.
Wow. So
there you
go. Get them. Get them now.
Get them
before they're gone. DublinCardShow.com.
Wow.
And we're back on
Tuesday.
Yes.
Jason,
get some sleep. I see you yawning there. Get some sleep.
I've had a tough night's sleep. It's getting the weather's changing, things are changing. People that message me all day. It's crazy. I need to throw my phone into the River Liffey, Jason, and just be a non-phone person because people are trying to, people are messaging me morning, noon, and night. I can't get a wink of sleep.
Okay, well that's worrying. So hopefully over the weekend you recuperate a little bit, and we'll see everyone on Tuesday for episode 240 of Soccer Cards United.
Thanks. See you, Jason.